Hi, Jason Baker here with the Jason Baker team at Keller Williams. I wanted to talk about, we're coming into an interesting time of year and an interesting market that we have out there. What we're seeing, so, this is first week of February that I'm recording this, and we're having a lot of buyers. We obviously have a huge buyer pool, and we have so many buyers looking for homes out there, and they're getting frustrated. So a lot of buyers want to know what's going on in the market today. Here's what's happened. Sellers' confidence is very high because the prices have been raised, going up and up and up for the sellers. Now it's getting to the point, especially here in Western Montana, where it's starting to get a little out of reach for some of the buyers in order to be able to find affordable housing. Inventory is at historic lows. So our whole MLS had 2,700 homes for sale, and then December 31st or January 1st hit, and virtually 650 of those homes expired. So now we only have about 1,900 homes or more, 1,900 homes for sale. That's it. That's like historically low. So what a seller, so just to explain that to buyers and I guess to sellers too, 2,700 in the best sellers market we've ever had here in Montana, even better than 2007 because the inventory is lower, 650 homes did not sell. So what is that, or properties did not sell? What does that tell us? It tells us that sellers are asking more for their houses than what it's worth because they believe that the market's so good that they can ask outrageous prices. So what is that causing? And then the interest rates went from 3.3 up to 4.3, okay? On a $300,000 home, that's about $300 a month. So buyers are paying, having to pay a lot of money for houses right now, and their interest rates went up. So it's becoming so unaffordable. That's really what's going on. Compound that with there's not a lot of new building going on. How do we get out of a low inventory situation? We need builders to build. We need those land pools we need people to build on that land they've been holding, developers to develop. And they're still, they got alligator arms. I mean, they got really snake bit. So many of the people that had subdivisions and builders and banks got snake bit back in 2008, 9, 10, 11. And they're really afraid to get that building going on large scale. You see a few popping up here or there, but not nearly enough. So what does this mean for buyers? Realistically, understand that right now we have the lowest inventory. I know everything in your being because of payments is telling you to go out there and see if you can see when there's limited inventory. As a buyer, you're going to have a really hard time getting a seller to take less than what that they think their home is worth. Okay, so you're going to have to pay at or near asking price. I know you're watching HGTV and these people are flipping houses and buying all this stuff and it's low, and it just depends on where it is if that can happen. But here in Montana, you're going to have to really step up and do that. I know it's unaffordable, so maybe look at an interest-only loan, or to get a lower payment, or maybe look at if you do VA loans, maybe look at a VA loan rather than a conventional if you're a veteran and you qualify. Sometimes FHA has lower interest rates than conventional loans. Sometimes adjustable rates, a 5-1 ARM has a lower rate than a 30-year fixed, okay? So look at different kind of loan amounts and just be patient. We're gonna start seeing some more inventory, not a whole lot, start trickling on as the year goes around, but you gotta be ready to buy. So we're starting to see real low ball offers come in on some of our listings, and that's just not gonna fly. Now, if you have a house to sell and you're a buyer trying to sell your house and go buy a new house, don't even think about making an offer on a house, okay? Especially not one of my listings, where your house isn't even on the market and isn't even under contract. Well, then the buyer says, well, if I'm selling a house, how do I make sure that I'm not living under a bridge? Have your listing agent, hopefully that's me, put in the contract subject to the seller finding suitable housing. That way, if any offer that comes in, and have that in the listing contract and on any offer that's incoming, that way, if you can't find a place to go to, you don't have to live under a bridge like I just said, okay? So here's the thing for buyers, be patient. If you have a house to sell, make sure you get it on the market, get it under contract, subject to you finding something that you like, okay? That's how you overcome this, and be patient and be ready to step up. It's gonna be a really hard time for analyticals, And again, offering 30, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000 less on a home right now is just not going to work. So we understand that you're payment sensitive, but at the same time, keep in mind that sellers' confidence is so high that they're not going to take a lowball offer. Even desperate sellers can still get full price in today's economy so long as their homes aren't overpriced, okay? Now, for sellers, if your house has been on the market with me or with someone else for a long period of time, and I'm talking a long period of time in this market would be 60 to 90 days or more, okay? Understand, in the best seller's market we've ever had, it's not selling, okay? And for whatever reason, even if the comps say it's worth this much, or your agents told you it's worth this much, or I've told you it's worth this much, the buyers don't think so. They're getting a better deal somewhere else because homes are definitely still selling. Okay, that's your market report for February. And what's going on in the market. I'm also going to be doing some, be looking for, and it may have already come to you, just depends, be looking for some statistics from 2017. Have a great day.